The question of whether the United States would cease to be a democracy without judicial oversight hinges on how we define democracy. Here's a structured breakdown of what we see. A democracy is not just about majority rule via elections, it also requires rule of law. Laws must bind everyone, including leaders. Checks and balances, preventing any branch from dominating others. Protection of rights, safeguarding minorities and individuals from majority overreach. If judicial review were removed entirely, the executive and legislative branches could act unchecked, undermining these principles. For example, a president could violate constitutional rights with impunity. Congress could pass laws violating free speech, privacy, or due process with no recourse for citizens. This would resemble electoral authoritarianism. Elections exist, but without constraints on power, rather than a liberal democracy. The judiciary is critical to the United States system because constitutional enforcement courts ensure laws and executive actions comply with the Constitution as established in Marbury v. Madison in 1803. Protecting minority rights, courts block policies that violate individual or minority rights even if popular, such as in Brown v. Board of Education, which ended segregation. Resolving disputes, courts mediate conflicts between branches, states, and citizens. Without judicial review, the Constitution becomes unenforceable, effectively allowing tyranny of the majority or executive overreach. Yes, elections could still occur, but democracy would be hollowed out. Unchecked majorities or leaders could ignore constitutional limits, suspend elections, or jail opponents. They could also violate civil liberties through censorship and discrimination. This aligns with James Madison's warning in Federalist No. 51. Ambition must be made to counteract ambition. Without judicial checks, the system risks collapse into autocracy. Authoritarian regimes often neuter courts to consolidate power, like in Putin's Russia. The United States would risk similar erosion. Illiberal democracies such as Hungary and India under Modi show that elections alone don't guarantee freedom or rights if institutions like courts are weakened. Some argue democracy means the majority decides, period. However, this view ignores the paradox of tolerance. Unlimited majority power can destroy democracy itself, as seen in Hitler's rise via elections. The U.S. Constitution explicitly rejects pure majoritarianism through the Bill of Rights, which limits what majorities can do, and independent courts, which enforce those limits. If judicial decisions were removed entirely, the United States would no longer function as a liberal constitutional democracy. While elections might persist, the absence of judicial checks would enable authoritarianism, eroding rights, accountability, and the rule of law. Democracy requires not just voting but institutions that constrain power, a role the judiciary uniquely fulfills. Thank you for watching our video on the crucial role of judicial review in maintaining democracy. If you found this discussion enlightening, please like and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Your engagement helps us continue to bring you in-depth analyses on important topics. Remember, a well-informed public is the backbone of a thriving democracy. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.